I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about this. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people.
For my brother,
I'd rather die. Death is welcome rather than to call myself you spineless black men.
Side high, I ain't your traditional. Rapper smoking medicinal, stayed in detention. Life is all about principles, cynical ass niggas. Sorry that I offended you, I bring something different while niggas sounding identical. I'd rather drown in a swimming pool than to let you imbeciles stop me from topping my pinnacle. Try me blocked by the genitals, trust me, it's not intentional. It's the difference between a gangster and a criminal. Cause real gangsters can't do Breakfast Club interviews. A lot of you niggas don't own a business suit, a slave for every pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoe. But anywho, got your bitch walking around like she winning pool with no bottoms on, just the top of her swimming suit. What you gon' say when them niggas gon' try to get at you? Them in what army, or you just talking in general? Cause in the end, we all gon' die like them Seminoles, nigga. These niggas weak. I'm fucking up. These niggas weak.
2020, 2021. This is New Year. We're going into going into a new year, but we still in the pandemic. It's been a whole year. We thought this shit was gonna take about 6 months and end.
It was tough for everybody, but hopefully 2021 brings more blessings. We can all just forget about 2020. We can scrap that. But we gotta keep shit moving, man. Make sure everybody's still staying safe out there. Social distancing, man. Wearing masks, coronavirus. It's still out here. Let's not act like it just went away. So blessings to everybody, man. Happy 2021, man. Happy New Year.
So what y'all got planned for 2021? Man? I got a lot of shit going on for 2021. Like this shit gonna be live and out of control for 2021. Yeah. So what y'all got planned for 2021? What you got planned, Kevin?
I got a couple of business I'm trying to certify, man. At the end of the year, I want to have my first property. That's something big for me. I'm trying to have 10 grand saved up by hopefully November. But I got something I'm working on, man. Something in the vault. But it's just me staying focused, staying diligent, and everything, man.
All right. What about you?
We got my boy. Come on up in here. He moved seats.
He in there. We can see him. Right there, bro. That mic is on. What
you got planned, E?
You know, business started booming. You know, I'm saying, got my first LLC. So we got little things in the works.
Hey, real quick, if y'all don't know, if y'all located in the Huntsville area, Augusta Installations.
You already know.
Y'all follow my boy. He does all TV mounting, pictures, mirrors. No matter what it is, this nigga, he's a multifunctional guy. So y'all make it happen, man.
Handyman.
Handyman, goddamn. Anybody else want to come in and speak on their 2021 goals and vision?
Hey, but so I mean, like, they got this vaccine out. I got an email the other day about the vaccine. What y'all feel, man? I knowing the history of, America and how they treat people and vaccinations and all that kind of shit. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, let me talk on that a little bit. I know all my boys, he took the vaccination. But he works in the hospital. So I think we make jokes about it. We talk about it a little bit. And when it comes down to it, are we willing to risk our job rather than the vaccination? If your job tells you it's mandatory to the vaccination, and you're going to say, no, I quit.
Yeah.
I'm saying, just be real.
What's the actual details of your vaccination?
You hear what you see on Shade Room or on World Star, but do we know the nitty-gritty, like, okay, if this is facts, like this happened because of X, Y, and Z, then we know, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to take it based on what I've seen on social media.
Right.
I see in the news. But is that,
it's not just
I'm kind of biased. I'm not being devil's advocate. Is it the complete truth?
What have you heard, I guess, on it? Like, I guess the stats. What have you heard to be?
I don't know. That's the thing. I was going to say devil's advocate. I don't know exactly what the thing is. I don't don't know what the facts are. I don't know what exactly what is happening or what the reason why.
The reason I asked is because, like, the latest which I heard, I guess, is like, so there's 2 rounds of vaccination. You take the first round, it's like 50% come out with having, I guess, lowered or no symptoms, no signs of it. At the second round, you take one week to 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you have about 80% who come out of it with having like no signs, no COVID, no nothing. So do you feel like it's too risky right now? You feel like it's something that we still are testing, or you feel like it's something that we should like go into knowing that we should do this with preemptive strike? I guess I don't know.
I feel as if people have the misconception. I think misconception. It's okay to believe what you believe, or stand behind what you stand behind. But I feel as if you ain't know what New Year's is.
We popping champagne bottles in here. 2026.
That's what I'm saying.
Champagne popping out here. Man.
Yeah, you ain't got it. So I'm saying it's okay to stand behind what you stand behind.
Hey, Doc.
That's fine. But are you standing behind certain things because it's what everyone stands behind? Are you saying, okay, I don't want to take the vaccine because everyone says it's not safe to take the vaccine? It seems as if it would be, but is it facts?
Yeah, it's supposed to be safe.
Well, I'm saying I'm not open to taking the vaccine right off the bat, but I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. Honestly speaking, I'm saying I'm not going to take the vaccine because of what socially perceived to be. But do I know any facts behind me not taking the vaccine? No, I don't.
Can you talk about the history of the vaccine?
Please, can you talk about the history of the vaccine?
I mean, the last time we had vaccines, the Tuskegee experiment in, what was it, 19...
When they was pretty much giving niggas shit, pretty much just to give it.
Well, no, the whole thing is a lot of African Americans were poor back then, of course.
Exactly.
So they offered them $200, which is a lot in the African American community. So $200 is, like, of course I'm gonna be like, damn, $200, hell yeah, I'm finna sign up.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. So once they started seeing that they had some type of trigger or reaction to the treatment, quote unquote, that they were supposed to get, then all of a sudden it's a big issue. So.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you're not knowledge on anything, that you can be influenced by certain things. So once you have that knowledge in your background on what has happened in the past, you make a decision on it.
I mean, they dropped $700. I go take it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you see what I'm talking about?
So I got a question for everybody.
If one big thing I've seen, I guess, like during quarantine, folks are offering like 12,000, 1,800 for people who would come in and say I had COVID. I'm willing to do these trials for the vaccines, you know what I'm saying? So you feel right now you're willing to take that little money. I say little money because it's big, that little money to say like I'm willing to try this shit out.
How much you talking about?
Like folks are telling folks, look, man, come in right now. If you had COVID, come in right now. I'll give you 1,800. I'll give you like 1,800 right now just to say I had COVID. I'll take the vaccine to try this out, to see if it works.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'll probably need more than that.
Yeah. I mean,
everyone has a price.
If I grow up,
everyone has a price.
I mean, at least
the thing is, if I grow like an extra ear or some shit, like I need some more.
I need at least 2 stacks. I need at least 2 stacks.
2 stacks is not enough to cut a year off, bro.
That's at least 2 stacks, bro.
I mean, look, 1,800 and 2,000. What's the gap? You know what I'm saying? Like, as you were saying,
what is really the gap?
As you were saying back then, 200 was a lot. 200 was something that they was offering niggas. They was like, yo, I need my bills paid. I need my fucking rent paid. I need groceries. Right. Back then, that's a lot. So now, 1,800, that's a lot. That's rent. Rent is what, like fucking 600, 900?
Depending where you live at.
Exactly. Yeah, so between 6 and 1,200.
But the stimulus check is not even 1,800.
But that's the thing.
Saying,
but when
you can still pay your
rent, when are we getting
in Alabama? You still pay your rent in Alabama.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You still can't pay.
But when are we getting that though? But I guess all right. So I ask this question right here: like, who all got their stimulus and the income taxes the last round? Not this round, last round. who all knows
but
they
you
got
have to
both
think
of them.
about the area of Huntsville. What is the area of Huntsville known for?
Exactly.
I did get my stuff.
What is the area?
I
Like
thought
people who work for the government, you know, we got our stimulus check early.
Exactly.
I got this shit.
I did get
Oh
my
no,
stuff.
look, cause I ain't get my income. I got my stimulus though. I got my fucking unemployment and shit. My job went furloughed and shit. But I know plenty of niggas who didn't get their fucking stimulus, no kind of furlough, no back pay, nothing. They still waiting on some shit from fucking July,
And
June.
that's fucking whack. That
Exactly.
shit giving niggas money that niggas deserve. Like, well, I ain't gonna say deserve. 'Cause I don't know if people deserve that shit, but
We do,
people,
bro. What you mean?
But people are hurting. People are hurting.
Yeah, we deserve that shit, man.
Yeah, people are hurting. People are hurting to the point where like motherfuckers don't know if they're gonna be able to pay their rent. Motherfuckers don't know if they're gonna be able to pay their bills, take care of their kids and all type of shit. So I mean, if the government is gonna be in control of what's going on, they have to be able to put, you know what I'm saying, put that money in people's pockets. Now, whatever people do with that money is another thing. But
I feel like it's not up for us to decide if we'll do the money though. That's the whole thing. It's really it's legitimate about knowing that folks aren't in position to make the money.
But that was the whole point. The whole point of stimulus isn't for the people, but to rebuild the economy. They're making those decisions because they're making those decisions isn't because they want you to have money.
Yeah.
But they're doing that decision because they want you to spend money.
Yeah.
They want you to rebuild the economy.
The whole point right now is literally for them to like give the money to us, put back into the economy, which is smart. You want to make sure money is always cycling, but to the point where it's like you're guaranteeing the money coming back to you. You're guaranteeing like if I give you 600, the whole 600 come back to me.
Okay, but what they don't want is it to go back to the black economy.
And that's the whole. And that's the whole thing. If I give you 600, 1,200, 2,000, whatever it is, it's all coming back to me. The whole thing is if I make sure that you get money, I know that I'm getting that money back. And that's the whole system right now of look, I don't care if it's 600, even with what's his name, Mr. McConnell, blocking 2,000. Even he knows if I give you 2,000, I need it to come back. Maybe not one, I need the whole thing to come back to me. This whole thing is a cycle.
And that's exactly what I said. I remember because I work at HR. When the COVID first hit, I used to tell my employees that anything like when they were furloughed, I used to tell them all the time, when you get this money, save it. Say get to be in mind that you are making more money. In Alabama, if you were getting the unemployment plus the COVID pay, you were getting $1,600 every 2 weeks.
No.
I get it, but you're telling them to save it. But what if they're living paycheck to paycheck? You know what I'm saying? They can't save it.
I can give you, I guess, a real aspect like this. I was working for I don't know how upfront I just like company that I work for. I was working for a company I guess in Vance down there. I was working for Mercedes. All right, so I was working for Mercedes down there this summer, and basically for a month, almost a month and a half, we were furloughed. We couldn't work. We said no, I don't come to the plant. COVID's going on. Don't come back. We're gonna pay y'all. Basically, they didn't pay us. You know what I'm saying? I don't work from home. They didn't pay us anymore. They said fuck that shit. We ain't paying y'all because we can't afford to pay y'all. So unemployment was the whole thing at that point, you know. So I was getting basically I guess like 600, I think plus the little 300, so plus for whatever they're giving.
Right.
Eventually I came back to working, and for the first week I got my little 600 plus my 300. After that was my red paycheck. It was straight. I could work off that shit, but eventually I was like, damn, I was making bang off that little unemployment check. I was making good money. I was sitting at home. I was doing nothing, which it felt good, of course. But of course, it was like knowing that this post was still not going to be going back to the event. Supposed to be cut off. Right. Even me knowing that like posts were going to cut off, it hurt me just knowing that somebody else was not going to have the little 600.
next week. 2 weeks later.
Yeah, they was chilling off the front row.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was. That's
like,
sweet.
are you like a shepherd alone? Yeah, girl.
A
Everybody felt good for the first time.
lot of my niggas was cool with that little unemployment check. But that shit was adding up.
I had patience. They was like, yeah, I'm getting my little $900 a week. I'm like,
$900
a week, bro.
Not doing the goddamn
y'all know
thing,
what the
bro.
fuck I make? Like, I was mad.
Everybody who was employed was mad.
Yeah, no cap. Because I'm like, this bum
Wait,
ass
more
nigga
money
making
than
the same amount as me. Goddamn it. And he ain't doing the goddamn thing.
Exactly.
Like I'm in here working my ass off, getting my check.
I was like, yeah. What you doing? They said, what you doing today, Ethan? Going to the gym and going home. Simple.
All right, so I mean, like, so
Give me one reason to watch it.
moving forward, what do y'all think? Like,
I mean, I can give you a
what do y'all think that we need to do? Because,
right
like right now in this pandemic, man, a lot of people have been suffering from just mental health issues. I can be stuck in the house. I don't know, what's gonna happen.
I think the first season is Canyon, but then like,
So, what do y'all think we need to do moving forward?
I'm talking about, man.
I mean, this is the thing, man. I think people have been suffering mental health even before COVID.
Hey, you got a lot to say. Come get
Hey, yeah, Miles, come on and sit down, bro. It's Miles right here, man. We had class together. He actually spoke about some mental health in our last presentation of our class. So he got some good insight on mental health, and so we're gonna go ahead and hear a word from him. Okay. I wanna backtrack real quick to Huff's question, and Huff was saying how how mental health is gonna affect how it affected people in 2020 and how it's gonna affect them in 2021. And I know you, Miles, we got a class together, business law and business communication, and you spoke about mental health. So kind of what's your input on the mental health that's been going on in 2020?
Honestly, mental health is very real. It's something I believe in the black community really isn't talked about and frowned upon. If somebody says you're anxious or you're good, you're just not doing enough, or even in the church community, it's like you're anxious, but no, you're not anxious. You just don't give your problems to God. Mental illness is very real because I myself suffer from anxiety and depression and stuff like that. So it's really something that you have to catch because honestly, you won't notice what you have until you pretty much start to look at yourself and see who you are. So it's like during COVID 2020, honestly, I've been straight, dealing with all that I deal with. I got the same routine, go to work, go to school, come home, chill. It's important to do what you love to do. When you find time for yourself to do what you love to do, it makes your life a whole lot easier. If you're going through the norm and just going on and going on and going on, and not taking time for yourself, killing yourself. Right. I mean, every day you live, you're dying. From the time that you were born, you're dying. So if you're not taking the time just to take a breather, step away from the world and all the nonsense, just to sit down, you might like to read books. You might like to go for walks. You might like to watch anime or read manga, or you might like to smoke.
Play Call of Duty, goddamn.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah, so like it's important that you take time to do what you love, because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't love yourself, who will? So that's how I look at it.
That's powerful, bro.
Yeah,
that's powerful.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, 2021, man, it should be a predictable year. But how is everybody looking? Like 2020 was rough for a lot of people. For myself, like in general, it was rough for a lot of people. It was a tragic year for a lot of people. You know what I mean? But for myself, I've had a lot of positive shit going on. Yeah. As far as like, new job, pushing this shit, this podcast shit, meeting new people, networking, you know what I mean? I haven't had any close deaths to this COVID shit, you know what I'm saying? I've had some deaths, but it ain't been like super close. But, just looking into what y'all think 2021 should look like for you guys. What do you think?
I mean, I'll just say this, man. 2020 was a trash, but also a decent year. Luckily, my job didn't have to lay anybody off. We actually got better at our job, and our team actually started to strengthen our communication skills. and overall, we did better as a company through this pandemic, and you know, prayerfully, we didn't have to lay anybody off. So I was able to keep my job throughout the duration of the pandemic, and I lost my grandfather unfortunately, but not to COVID, but to just the old age. But other than that, man, like 2020 just opened my eyes to a lot of things. Whether it was a lot of things that I struggled with, a lot of things that I wasn't being consistent with, but it opened my eyes to just things are temporary, and you know you got to make sure that you have a good base and a good footing of what you're invested in because it can be taken away from you in a minute. You know, it can be taken away from you in a blink of an eye. So 2020 just taught me to appreciate things, appreciate people in my life, appreciate my family, appreciate what I got going on for myself, and really go full fledged into it. But 2021, I'm looking forward to, you know, stay positive, stay consistent, and you know, keep building for my future, my potential future family, and stay focused, man, and keep grinding forward, man.
Yeah, honestly, as far as 2020 goes and the pandemic, man, honestly, I feel like it was still a regular, normal time, honestly, because I'm an essential worker. I work at Walgreens. So from the jump, I was working all the way through the pandemic. No mask and stuff like that. Then they started issuing masks and shields for the counters and stuff like that for it. So, but as far as 2020, it feels like any other year. So, and then me and my outlook on life, honestly, as a person, I already take into account of what I have and what God has blessed me with. I lost my dad at the age of 21, so I make sure that every day I make sure I tell my family that I love them and I don't take nothing for granted. Right. Because that's something that really messed me up, honestly, as a whole. So I make sure I take advantage of life each and every day, regardless. You know, pandemic, no pandemic, rapture, whatever it is. I'll make sure that.
That makes
no facts.
You know you got business, my boy.
Right, exactly. So whatever it is, I'll make sure my family knows that I love them and I'm taking advantage of everything. You know, like how we kick it. You know, we be online playing Call of Duty, bro. It's just taking into account that, man. You gotta keep moving, honestly. You can't. But what do you say? A setback is a minor setup for a comeback.
A minor, I think setback is for a major. I don't know, goddamn. I know. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's it, man. You gotta keep moving. So, I mean, we could look at it and be like, oh, 2021 is a new year, but at the end of the day, it's a day.
Yeah, bro.
At the end of the day, you're still in a pandemic. At the end of the day, you still gotta go out and work. You still gotta grind. You still got your family. You still gotta provide. So at the end of the day, if there's no mindset, there's no change, you just keep on moving, you know? That's how I look at it like that, honestly.
Okay. I mean, for me, 2021 should be productive, you know what I mean? Like, as we've seen, like, when the COVID hit, a lot of people lost jobs. Yeah, a lot of people just took losses, you know what I mean? Big losses. And somebody turn that TV off. But a lot of people took losses. A lot of people weren't able to, just progress on. But, and put things in perspective for you. Like, every day is not really promised.
Oh, no,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when everybody passing away, this shit just getting super, super high. It's just like, oh yeah, this shit is really not promised. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just trying to connect with everybody that you possibly can before you actually pass on, because this shit.
It was a real punch in the face to see a lot of people dying. It's like, this worldwide. It's like, damn, like, this nigga died too? Like, this dude died?
I mean, shit, to be honest, man, what fucked me up, man, was the year beginning before even the pandemic started was Kobe passing. Big RIP to Kobe being gone. But that shit fucked me up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That shit messed up my 2020 to begin with. And then you got that, and then with the pandemic, and then we had Chadwick Boseman passing away. We had all these icons passing away. John Lewis. So it's just like we've lost a lot of public stars within COVID, but we've also lost family members. For not us in this room, but just people in the U.S. We've lost family members, and a lot of people have lost their lives due to COVID. So it's sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it made me realize how much to cherish life and cherish people that are around me, and really make sure the people that I love know that I love them. Because tomorrow's a promise. And 2020 showed that for me, man. 2020 has been a crazy year, bro. It's really been eye opening, and I'm glad it's over, but I'm also glad I went through that process. I'm glad I was able to go through this year and see the things that it showed me, and just at the end of the day, just make myself a good person, man.
It's real just to sit back and just to be like, God is real, because it's like so much goes on. It's like so much goes on in this world, and it's like just to sit back and be like, I'm still here and kicking it. It's sad that so many other people have lost their lives and stuff like that, but it's just like an eye opener. Just the fact that, God is protecting you each and every day, and that you gotta keep moving. You're here for a reason. We'll never truly understand how he maneuvers, and we're not meant to understand. One day we will. Hopefully we all one day will know. But it's just like some things in life you just gotta accept it. It is what it is. What's next? What do I have to do to better myself? What do I have to do to get to this next level? I started at point A, I'm at point C. Do I get content to being at point C, or do I want to go to D, E, F, or G?
So, like, your mental state in going to 2021. I mean, Happy New Year, everybody. But the mental state of going into 2021. What is it? What is it for you guys?
I think that going to 2021 is you have to have the mindset of being optimistic. You don't have to set or the misconception that 2021 will be just like 2020. It's no big deal. That's the end of the day. It's like you start every week different as you did the week before. Right. You have to believe that 2020 will be something different than you have experienced so far. So be optimistic. Be willing to explore something different. Be willing to step into a new path. Be willing to understand that one door has closed, the other door has opened. Mm-hmm. So you just have to have that mindset and just be willing to move forward from what you have experienced thus far.
Okay. What you think, Jay?
Man, so mental health has always been a thing for me. I have no issue suffering from mental health, and I don't think it's talked enough about in the Black community.
That's a fact.
I think before COVID, it was kind of a thing, but people didn't actually spend time to discuss the topic. And then 2020 happened, you got COVID, and people start dealing with mental health issues. But I think it's something that always needs to be talked about. I think it's something that's very important within the Black community, even within America. And for me personally, I'm thinking about going to see a psychologist just to get my mind right and just invest in myself. But I think it's very important that we stay focused about just how we treat others and how we treat ourselves and how we take care of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, man, we got to make sure that we're safe and we're good. And life ain't easy, bro. Life is hard out here, bro. And if you're not built for this shit, man, you gonna fold, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this though. I like to say life is easy.
Man, I mean, shit. Kudos to you, my boy. Cause I don't think that, man.
I'm gonna tell you why it's easy though. Like, I say life is easy. People just make it hard.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But also I will say this, man. It's like life is easy for you, but life isn't easy for people that deal with mental health. I'm serious. Like people that are bipolar, people who suffer from depression. The smallest thing can trigger their mental health.
That's a fact.
So it might be easy for us. We make life easy. We're cool. We're easy going. But for a lot of people who suffer from schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, all these lists of just disorders, like the smallest shit can just get them and go into a manic episode. So it's good to just be empathetic and think about the people and think about what everybody has to go through as a whole, and speak up on the term of I just want the Black community to not be afraid of actually looking at mental health in the face and saying like we need to deal with this shit. Because I honestly think that Black people go through the most mentally. Because bro, everybody in this room, we've seen shit, we've gone through shit, whether it was our families or our personal problems. But man, it's tough being Black in America. We know that.
Hard as hell.
During this pandemic, we had to deal with the George Floyd death, and that was a whole fucking thing. Right. So just going forward, man, I'm really hoping and praying that, and not even 2021, but just all the years to come, that we just start to really focus and invest in ourselves as black people and take mental health seriously, because I think it's honestly laughed at in the black community. You know, if I tell some of my homeboys, yeah, I'm dealing with this A, B, and C, like, what's going on with you? So I think it's frowned upon. I think we need to be more open about that topic and about the we go through is black men and black women.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's like it's not only mental health. There's a lot of things that contribute to, you know, not being mentally stable. It's like you gotta make sure you're getting adequate enough sleep. You gotta make sure you exercise and make sure you're getting enough fresh air. And make sure you're doing everything that you need to do so that your mind is, you know, it's constantly working. It has to be a time for you. It's cool to be on the move, but at the same time, there has to be a time where you're like, all right, chill. Let me just wind down.
Right. It's self-care.
Let me just wind down so I don't do anything. Honestly, I suffer from anxiety, boy. My mind be moving. That's why I like working with the public. I like talking to people.
I got a question for you, bro. Like, since you openly suffer with anxiety, what's a good way that you cope with it? Like, what are your methods to kind of deal with that problem?
Deal with anxiety?
Yeah.
I talk to people. I'm always around people. I like, you know, if I'm hanging out with somebody that helps me out, I like putting my attention towards something that keeps me grounded. You know, I like doing something. If I want to, you know, stay on my mind, let me watch something where I don't have to think about it. Like that's why I watch anime. You know, I just watch it. I can be mind be blank, just enjoying it. You know, listening to music. You know, just listen to the lyrics. I don't got to think about it. Anything that takes my mind from thinking, because it's constantly thinking. Talking to friends, playing Call of Duty, whatever gets me out of that mode of not being alone and feeling isolated to the point where I know I'm isolated, and now I start thinking because I'm isolated because I know. It's like once you have the knowledge of something and you know something, that's when it starts to become a problem because you know it, and then you start playing on it. You start playing what ifs, what if this, what if that, and now you fell into a hole. You just can't get out of it because you acknowledge something.
So with that being said, I got two questions, two follow-up questions. Is first, how long have you dealt with anxiety? And two, what advice would you give a newbie who's just now dealing with anxiety and realizing that you have anxiety?
How long have I been dealing with anxiety? Honestly, I think I got diagnosed with anxiety about 5, 6. They threw the whole book at me, man. Look, I know for real. Honestly, you might not know this. I suffer from anxiety, depression, sometimes bipolar disorder, but you would never know that though. Right. If you meet me and you hang around me, you'll be like, that nigga cool as hell. You wouldn't know that I suffer from anxiety, or I might suffer from depression, or I might suffer from bipolar disorder, because it's like, you know, it's how you handle it, how you deal with it. You know, it's knowing what triggers you, knowing what upsets you, knowing who you are. You know, some people think that because you have bipolar disorder, you just one moment you're like, yeah, I'm feeling good. The next one you're flipping out, cussing out somebody, you know, punching the ball, banging your head into the ball. But that's not what it is. Right. Honestly, sometimes you could be feeling good, you know, feeling happy, and then it's like just something that happened, and now you're just like feeling like, let me step away from the world, you know. Honestly, sometimes I be feeling alone. Sometimes I be feeling like, you know, I'm the only person around me, and like I said, being around friends and family and just anybody, it keeps me grounded and knowing that I'm not stuck in my mind, but versus I'm in reality, and this is what's real, and this is what matters, because this is what's going on right now. Right. And even as I'm speaking, it may sound like I'm running out of breath, but that's just my anxiety.
Nah, bro, it's not, man. And kudos to you for coming and speaking about this, because I know we're using business communication, like I said earlier. But that's when we first met, and your presentation was about anxiety. And yo, this nigga won the whole presentation. At the end of the presentation, he tied his presentation to anxiety and how he had anxiety while he was presenting his point. And I'm like, man, this is a cool motherfucker. Let me talk to that class. So man, I appreciate you for speaking on it. And that's why I wanted you to sit down and talk to us, man, because I know that's something you do with a person.
Yeah. Man, that presentation was horrible in the beginning. I was like,
and
I was like, and that's what's like to have anxiety.
That's like this motherfucker started off stuttering like this nigga he ain't had no points, and then like towards the middle of his shit, this nigga switched this shit and went like crazy. And just to see him do that shit, man, I was like, okay, yeah, he got something to say.
It's all a matter of how you finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I think you missed the answer. But I would say, what advice would you have for somebody new? Yeah.
Man, just acknowledging it, man. Just knowing that something is not sitting right with you. If you feel like something isn't sitting right with you, don't be like, nah, I'm just tripping or wave it off. Address it. Address it. You know, poke at it. Poke at it till you figure out what it is, because that's how things develop and become worse and worse and worse. You sit there, you thinking like, oh no, that's it's nothing, and then it's a big ass boulder on your shoulder because you've been carrying around for so long because you don't want to bring it up and talk about it.
Right.
You know, talk about it. Get help. Seek help. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. It's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what nobody else has to fucking say about your life because they don't have the heaven to help you. Right. And they not walking in your shoes. I don't care what he says, she says, she do this. Nigga, this is my life. No, you can say what you want to do. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna keep it stacked, and I'm gonna do what I love. And I ain't worried about what the next person say because if you was dealing with this, you might have would have folded. Honestly, but the shit that I go through on a day-to-day basis, I honestly feel like I'm stone cold nigga.
Yeah, that's real shit, bro. That's real shit. That's
Word.
Yes.
For real. You're supposed to feel like that, like stone cold.
No, facts. So address it, man. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of, bro, man. Because it's like I would rather somebody address it than to eat them up inside and they can't take it, and then the next thing you know, they lose their life or they take their life because nobody's there for them or they haven't addressed it because they think like I'm at a point where there is no help. You know, there's always help, man. So you just gotta be honest with yourself, man. Let go of that pride and I'm a macho man. Nah, fuck all that, bro, man. If you going through something, speak up, bro.
That's facts, my nigga. That's a quote for you, bro. Real shit.
Going through something, speak on it.
A lot of niggas kind of conceal what they really feel in their emotions because
bro.
it might. By them saying something, it might exuberate. Like niggas might think, oh, that shit's soft or some shit like that.
Bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, most men are conditioned that way.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. I mean, not even most men, bro. I would say the black community of men are conditioned that way, bro.
Yeah. You don't cry.
What, bro?
That's why I was saying the other day, like, bro, I've been working on just expressing myself.
Yeah, bro.
Like, and I have to.
Same thing with me, bro.
I have to know that you know I don't like this shit.
Yeah.
I feel this way about it, and then if you don't correct it, then I have to move in court.
Yeah, and to be honest, bro, I was raised the same way, and that's just not easy, bro. You know, it forces you to get out your comfort zone and really do something that you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's a foreign field for you, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta be just like, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do.
This is it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, a lot of niggas just be like, man, that shit is what it is, goddamn. I ain't gonna tell the shit, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying that shit.
So, I mean, 2021 is coming. What new relationships are y'all looking forward to building and developing in this new year?
I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. I need a girl, bro. Say like that. So I'm going straight into it, bro.
Now.
I've been out here in these streets for too long, you know what I'm saying?
I've
been out here in these streets for too long, goddamn. And it's down to a point, you know what I'm saying?
We need a girl.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 25 years old, man, and I've seen all my homeboys that I grew up with kind of doing their thing, you know, having kids and this, that, and the third. And honestly, I want to be a family man. I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to have a wife. I want to be that guy. I want to be a husband and shit like that, man. So going forward, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for some real shit. I done played the game. I done all that shit, but I didn't stop at the time of my jersey, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done put up triple doubles, all that type of shit. I done been MVP of the league, man. But it's time for me to just go ahead and hang my shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's my thing out there, bro.
Yeah. Let's say put up triple doubles.
You know, I mean, this is my thing, bro. At a point, man, it just gets tiring because
it gets old real fast, bro. Honestly,
it gets old fast.
It's like you gotta. It's like at the beginning of every stage, the talking stage, it's like. Say you meet 20 girls. I gotta entertain all these 20 girls at 15 and 10.
And look, I don't know who said that being in a relationship was more cost effective than being single. No. But being single is fucking expensive.
I'm not saying the thing is that when it comes to being single, it's not just the fact being expensive.
Right.
Like you said, it's tiring. It's the fact like you just got the.
You have to entertain.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
wanna do
fact,
all that, bro.
I gotta kind of be
And that's
secretive about 5, 6, 4 females that I have. I gotta make sure that I'm spending time with you. I'm spending time with you. I'm spending time with you. But I kind of want to spend time more with you.
Yeah,
I can't
for
do
sure.
that shit.
Yeah.
Because I got you.
You gotta take all of them out. You gotta take them all on dates.
Genuine question.
It's too much shit, bro.
Why can't guys just be honest? Because there's some women out there.
Whoa, you can't say that.
And they don't have weaves all down their back, honey.
There's
Before
some
we
women who are out there who
hold on,
genuinely just want to know, hey.
Before we get in this topic, my man just pulled up, man. He got a black-owned business as well.
Okay.
He doing phenomenal out here, man. I just wanna put him on the spot or whatever. But he just joined us. He's a black-owned business owner, and so kudos to him. But you wanna say something to the mama boy?
Hey man, I go by the name of Knock, man. Vice versa, co-host of Trap City Podcast as well. You can follow us on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Go follow the channel, like, comment, subscribe again, the Trap City Podcast. I'm gonna weigh in with them on a couple of topics and whatnot.
For sure.
That boy is an engineer. That nigga's an engineer, goddamn. That nigga's make dope.
We appreciate you coming through, bro.
But go ahead, boo. Go ahead and finish your point.
Where she going?
I don't know. No, but she was just talking about men being honest, but I want to know about being honest about what, because there's so much to. It's like being honest about what, though. It depends on what we're being honest
If
about.
you're saying men, that means you put a generalization across all men.
I mean, niggas
All
have
men are honest.
issues with saying and telling women what's really going on. And that's a fact.
I don't know. I ain't shit, honestly.
No cap. I'm trying to do better, though. I'm trying to do better.
I feel like to a point, I'm too honest. And like, it's killing me to the point where I'm like,
Okay, give us an example of what's
what's too honest?
Let's tie into this example.
So I'm too honest. So say I meet a chick
Okay.
and I'm feeling her, and y'all females, y'all have
What's
certain.
y'all female?
I'm sorry.
It's either a female
Sorry.
or it's either a female or a man. Because there's
some.
I got you.
Are there women who tell me everything, but they don't?
Some women.
Yeah.
Some
Is it
women.
a woman or a female?
A woman.
Thank
So
you.
I'm really feeling a woman, but it's like, why should it be a time frame for me to tell you how I feel? I'm not saying I be falling in love or anything like that, but why should it be a time frame for me to be like, yo, I'm really digging you, what's up? Why can't we go to the next step?
It's not a time frame. It's just a matter of
I
if
think
you
what
wait
happens
till 2-3 months. At that point, in my eyes, my father always told me a man knows within his first 2 to 3 weeks. It's a matter of what you're taught.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that. Hey, man, how you feel about that?
Right. So now, question.
We gonna go one by one. Okay,
Right.
I want to hear from
So now,
everybody.
question. So they know within the first 1 or 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
So
women
say-
don't know.
So
That's
say
the problem.
a guy does damn, these past 2 weeks have been amazing. I want you. What's up? You gonna be like, yeah, I'm down, or you gonna be like, nigga, it's been 2 weeks. Chill out. Honestly.
But then that's for the female. That's how you know, okay, this female, she not for me. Let's keep it
But
pushing.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. Being
women
too
get
honest.
mad.
Being too honest at that point.
But
And then
this
you
is-
ruin something.
this is
But
the
at the
thing.
end of the day, if that woman was for you, she would have been on the same page as you. Do you
But
get what
this
I'm
is
you know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
This is the
And that's
thing.
not like one is dating, that's versus relationship.
Exactly.
Women are top relationships. Women are
Right,
top
but
in
this is
jump
the thing,
You're
though.
born
You don't-
since you're supposed to get a relationship. You're supposed to find a husband. You're supposed to find
Come on,
whatever.
Kenya.
Men are literally taught. You're you. You're what's your name? Miles for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, Miles. You're Miles. You literally look like you flirt with whoever you do whatever. You're honest. Like you said, you might be too honest. Women want honesty. When it gets too honest, we get upset. That's the problem.
That's very true.
We
No,
want
very
honesty.
definitely.
We
That's
love
very
a guy who
true.
can tell us, hey, I
But
don't
listen-
love you tonight. I don't want a relationship. That's it. But at the end of the day, it takes a real one to go home and say, yo, I'm a fucker or not. And I get upset at you first about what I did. I decided to go ahead with a situationship,
Yeah.
relationship, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
But this is
It's
the thing, though.
2020. There's a lot going on.
You don't know anybody until you live with it.
And like he said,
That's
is it 2
right,
weeks
bro.
that takes a woman to know this is the man or this is the one? Men can take a whole lifetime before they figure out the right one. Woman literally after 1 week, 2 weeks, it's like.
But it's not that you're taking a lifetime. It's just like niggas, like for me, right? I move cautiously because I don't want to deal with anybody who has a lot of baggage.
Man, good luck with that shit.
You feel me? Like
That shit hard to find, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, because I ain't gonna lie to you, like a lot of questions that I ask, you know, being a therapist, you know, have you been to therapy? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a question that I ask a lot of women because, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women come with a lot of baggage because I was just talking to a young lady the other night.
You're their therapist.
No, I'm not a therapist. But I was just talking to a young lady the other night, and knowing that 98% of women are molested and touched before the age of 18. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like that's some shit that you have to deal with before you start to engage into any kind of relationship status with anybody. Right? You see what I'm saying? So my nigga sent me he sent me some shit. A lady said she was like, and I'm gonna paraphrase it a little bit because I don't know the exact quote, but it's like, I need to see your signed permission slip from your therapist before you engage in any type of mental stability with me. You see what I'm saying? So like,
I thought Brian Fletcher was
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's like you got to understand that like people can work on themselves as individuals. Mm-hmm. Like I can work on myself as a professional and oh yeah, I'm doing this, but relationship wise, when you're dealing with somebody in a relationship, have you started, you know what I'm saying, dealing with that? Have you dealt with the nigga that cheated on you? And, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to deal with that shit. Because if you take that into another relationship, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah. And that shit, nobody want to be hurt at the end of the day, honestly. That's why I'm like honest. Like if I'm like, she's like, if a girl telling me she wants a relationship and I don't want a relationship, I'm be like, honestly, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to kick it. I'm just trying to chill. Right. I mean, if that's what you want, that's too, bro. That's too. Keep it honest. But yeah, fact. But you're honest. That's cool. But at the end of the day, it's like some girls will still stick around knowing that that's what you want, but will still want to be with you, and then that becomes a problem because it's like you want to be with me, but I told you this is what it was.
Right. Yeah, I told you what it was, but now you're trying to do more than what I told you what it was.
Right.
And now I'm the bad man because I was transparent with you, and you started ending up catching feelings just because I was doing my thing.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why is that though? Why do women feel like they
have to understand what type of woman you're dealing with in the beginning. Period. If you understand the type of woman that you're dealing with in the beginning, then you'll know, like, okay, I see that she about that life, and I know that she not gonna cross this line. Versus some women, you'll be like, damn, like, okay, I know she's gonna catch feelings.
Okay, so I got
you involve yourself.
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Hand him the mic, okay? Get ready to speak.
So a lot of women, before they get into a situation, they say, hey, I want you to be honest, I want you to be there with me. And then when sometimes when men do that, it's the response is, I'm not trying to fuck you, like you guys don't appreciate a man being honest. So what's the point of you even saying that initially if y'all don't really appreciate a man being honest?
No, I disagree on that, bro. I mean,
go ahead, give me the mic. He was ready to talk, y'all.
I kind of disagree on that topic. Not on your topic, but on the comment. Not too much about it, but I feel like dealing with women, like it's a certain way to be honest with them. Mm-hmm. You can be honest with them, but not too harsh with them. Like some men, it's like men, we all are tend to be aggressive, correct? So when we tell a woman what we want, it's kind of like, damn, man, they kind of take it as like, damn, do you give a fuck about my feelings? You see what I'm saying? But if you just give it to them as, hey, I think you're a pretty girl. You gotta give them that. You gotta give them that soft feeling first.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, bro.
But it's just the
it's
way
about
you
the
tell
delivery.
It's about the delivery.
No, I was just saying what I was saying because I've seen a lot of guys and myself as well. Like I keep it extremely transparent. and it always bites me. You know what I'm saying? I always gotta bite that bullet and be like, damn, well, I kept the band with you, but you wasn't really fucking what I was saying. So it is what it is. So, but I see what you're saying. I think it is in the delivery process and packaging what you want to say to a girl in a nice present and a nice bow to make sure that they feel as if they're included in your decision.
Yeah, right. Because I have been like, hey, look, this is not that. You know what I'm saying? Basically we just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that crazy. You know, I've been in that situation before. I've been in that situation before. So girls had that mindset like, oh no, I'm gonna change this nigga mind, but in my mind I'm like, nah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? this is what I have. This is what I have in plan. You know what I mean? So,
that's why honestly sometimes I would much rather be alone because it's like it really like people assume that it only takes 5 seconds to text somebody, but it's like I have to get in that mindset of like, okay, damn, now I gotta talk to her, I gotta text her, even though I just got done working an 8-hour shift, I just got done studying school, I barely have time for myself. Now I gotta sit here and entertain you.
Now you know that's an excuse.
No. He might be right. I'm being completely honest with you.
But then that completes the difference between a woman and a man. You know, a woman can work 3 jobs, both of them 12-hour shifts, don't get off till 1, 2 a.m. in the morning time, but still will find the time to text and please a man, which is why a lot of, I guess, African American women feel like we don't get that, you know, that same thing back in return from a black man.
Feminine and being aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like females, they so feminine, so they'll make time for what they really want. You know what I'm saying? Men, we working 12-hour shifts. We like, I'm tired. I'm tired.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a part of being aggressive.
This nigga working 12 hours. He ain't trying to.
This is the thing. If we're working a 12-hour shift, now we gotta talk on the phone with you for 3 to 4 hours
like,
to entertain you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even think
I mean, honestly, that's how that shit is. And sometimes it's exhausting because, like, I've just worked my ass off. I'm just trying to chill.
And I gotta hit you. No, but still, because it's like I gotta take time out of my day to text you and call you. Nigga, I ain't even talk to my mom today. I ain't even talk to my family. I gotta talk to you.
So, I got a question for you. So if you're talking to a dude and y'all feeling each other, how consistent do you want him to be? And how often you want to talk to him?
It depends on the age difference.
The age difference?
Yes, the age and the woman/man, how they are. If you have, case in point, a woman who works for the FBI and she works for them 24 hours throughout the day, she's always on call, right? Okay. And then another man, you know what I'm saying, and you know he got his little corporate job and stuff like that. It's gonna be different versus a woman who, I'm about to go get my PhD, but mommy and daddy feeds me money all the time, and I have nothing but free time. And then here you go, mommy and daddy don't supply you money, so you have to go get it and work. That don't mean.
Okay, so check this out.
And that's where y'all men go wrong.
Okay, so check this out. You got a 9 to 5 nigga, and the young lady, she works for the FBI. How often do you think
I didn't say young lady.
No. I'm giving you a scenario. Okay, cool. So you got a 9 to 5 nigga, right? And you got a shorty that's in the FBI. They both work full-time jobs. How often do they need to talk? Is it every night? Is it every 2 nights? You know, what's the consistency on that?
But that's the difference. Like I'm telling you, you asked for the difference, and I'm giving you the difference between someone who is, I guess, coddled by their parents versus someone who has to actually go get it and work for themselves.
Okay, so let's throw out being coddled by your parents. Let's just say people who are go-getters who don't have any parent support. All right, we just talking about the man and the woman both working full-time jobs.
There shouldn't be any problems at all. Y'all should be like, okay, cool.
So
like,
how often do they talk?
So I understand you're saying that it's like it should always be an understanding as an adult. This nigga just got done working in a factory, nigga picking up steel plates or something like it's like picking up weights. Nah, he tired. Nigga, I'm gonna talk to him whenever he free or whenever he feels like talking. It's an understanding.
That's how one thing to think. They don't always think like that.
That is a fact.
But is there a relationship with mutual understanding though?
Yeah, he just hit the nail on his head.
Okay.
That's what we want them to think, but they don't think like that.
Okay.
So it's rare to find a girl who understands your schedule and understands how much shit you got going on, and also knows how to gauge her attention, because girls love attention. And 9 times out of 10, a nigga not gonna be able to give it to you because he's working as much as he is.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not impossible, but a lot of girls require a lot more attention than niggas that could give.
But I believe that it is a growth thing.
Ladies,
It's based off of growth. Like, say for example, my young lady, what I'm saying, I understand that she is in school right now, but once she gets to her career, she's not gonna have as much time as she had before. Yes, I want that time because it is available, but as time starts going on, I'm gonna know that time's not gonna be there as much as it was before. So you have to. I think as you start growing, as a person start growing in your relationship, you start realizing certain things that you can't have that you had before. You have to kind of grow with things. You have to kind of learn from things and try to make that growth happen.
I agree with you. What I'm saying though, bro, is when you initially start talking to somebody and you guys are still in this area of getting to know each other. Of course, when you guys become exclusive and you guys become boyfriend and girlfriend, there are certain conditions that you have to abide by. But I'm saying when you guys first get to know each other, when you guys are in this period of time, it's requiring a lot of your time. So I'm saying, what is the safe space that girls are comfortable with, getting contact from the person they're interested in?
The thing is that you can't have one straight line for all females.
I
mean, yeah, but I'm talking about on the general term. And that's why I asked.
If you know that you're supposed to, that you want to date, then date. But if you know that, okay, damn, I can't keep this up for real, you don't need to be dating. Period.
No, I agree with that. And what I'm doing is I'm playing devil's advocate, because for me, when I'm interested in somebody, I'm able to fit them into my schedule. But I know a lot of guys are so focused on their trade.
Women don't want to be just fit into a schedule. If you're dating, you need to just date. That's just that on that.
Hold on, I can't hear.
It's the standard.
But
say that again.
No, I'm just saying, if you're just dating just to date, then you need to let it be known. The first date, not the second date, not the third date. You need to be.
So women don't like to be fit in somebody's schedule. Y'all don't think that's important?
So what she's saying. So what she's saying, when you say fit in the schedule, you're making it sound like that it's a burden for you to be like.
No.
I never said no. But that's how she's taking it. That's how she's taking it. When you say being fit into a schedule, yeah.
Hey, you see, I'm bad.
No, but when you say being fit into a schedule, it sounds like it's a burden. Like it's like I gotta give up some of my precious time.
No, I'm not.
That's
okay. That's what women want to hear. Women want to be like, oh, okay, damn. Like I know he got 24 hours in a day.
But I'm making it work for you.
But that's what he was saying, though.
That's what we want to hear. Like, okay, but you gonna make this hour. You're giving me at least an hour of your time. That's how women really want.
But that's what he was saying, though.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're fitting into my schedule. Not saying that's a burden.
Yeah.
But saying, look, I'm busy as fuck. But since I fuck with you so much, I'm gonna make sure I take time in my day to talk to you.
Okay.
So maybe I delivered it wrong.
You need to know, that you're
delivering. But what I'm saying, and look,
I'll be like this.
No. What I'm saying is, like I said earlier,
they go back to being feminist, bro.
Like I said, I'm playing with no pepperoni.
That's the way you dress,
that. No cap. I'm playing devil's advocate because I do this. If I'm interested in somebody, I make time for them. But I'm just saying, like, that's how some men do think. And I might deliver it wrong, but what I'm trying to emphasize is men who actually have a schedule and they're able to fit you into what they got going on, that should be enough to keep them kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It should be more than enough.
But that goes with communication, because not all women will understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because every woman, they have their differences on the way on how they think. Mm-hmm. So not all women will think like how I think, or think like, this pretty girl right here. I don't know. Tonight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people are not gonna understand how she thinks. But once you actually get to know that woman, that's why when you're actually dating someone, it's important to actually date just that person.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can't get to know everyone's spirit. Everyone's spirit is different. That shit is tiring. Get to know one person at
Keep it
a
at a
time.
2-person minimum.
Yeah, like that shit too.
2-person minimum.
Look, that's it. Like you trying to get added to the team? Oh no, I have to cut somebody off.
Somebody gotta make
You gotta leave, bro. You gotta leave. I got a superstar, man. I got a superstar. I need to keep her on the team. I got a superstar.
It's like, but when you tell somebody it's time consuming, they might not take it to the fact that, oh, he probably, look, when I say it's time consuming, from my perspective, it's like, because I know that I may be talking to so-and-so, 5 other women, but you might think like, I'm telling you it's time consuming, but you're thinking that I'm the only one that you're talking to. You feel me? So it has to be that, it's like a disconnect. It's because what you know, she doesn't know, you know. So it has to be like pretty much understood that, you know, we're not exclusive, you know, and I got so much going on, but you know, I'm trying. Just the fact that I'm trying, you know, don't expect too highly of me, because it's like I might not meet your expectations. I might not meet my expectations. So how can I fucking meet your expectations if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing for myself and I know I'm supposed to be doing this?
Know thyself. That's the only, answer that I can give to you.
No.
No, you have to know who you are as an individual before you even start trying to know somebody else.
Yeah, but that's not something I deal with. Like I told you, I'm solid. I'm straight. I'll be good.
Yeah, I think I was just playing devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give you a different perspective to kind of start speaking more.
Hey, this podcast.
Oh no, Cat, we got to. 2021 gonna do us right, man.
2021, man. Hey, we going into a new year.
Hey Jay, I don't know if you're still on here, bro, but
we are in a new year. Hey, look, I really just wish the best for everybody. You know what I mean? 2020 was a
shit show.
Say what it is. Hey man, we really getting tested, bro.
Right.
Come on, son, say what it is.
Your life, your morals, your thoughts, everything was being tested in this past year. Prosperity for everybody. I hope everybody is, looking good. I don't know, man. It's been tough. It's been real tough.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So, hey, I just appreciate y'all coming through, man. We had a good time.
Hey, it was definitely a good conversation, man. I appreciate the perspective from my young lady. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Ariel.
Say it again. Ariel. She had a phenomenal perspective. My boy Miles, Ethan, and I'm a guest on this podcast, so I appreciate my boy Huff having me on here. And
we got many more to come.
Definitely a good conversation, and a good idea of how people feel, man. You know, it's always love. You know, yeah, that's it. My boy, I said my already, right? Yeah.
Even if not, like I said.
Hey, before y'all leave though, just send me y'all, whatever Instagrams or whatever. Anybody got any businesses or anything that they need to plug in before? Come on, man.
And no cat, man. I've been digging this whole night, so if I got a little. I got a couple of. Oh yeah, go ahead, do your thing. That's the. Hey, by the way, before she goes, this is the next Miss America. She is Miss Starkville. Goddamn.
Facts.
And she's like that. So go ahead. You got the mic. Take over.
Hello, everyone. This is Esther Kuro. I am Miss Crimson and Cream of Eta Upsilon Chapter of Kappa Secretary Incorporated, the Eta Upsilon Chapter of Mississippi State University, my alum school, and also I am Miss Starkville 2020-2021 in the Miss America organization, vying for the title of Miss America 2021. You can follow me at law_Raina_Esther on Instagram, or my platform page, Miss Starkville 2020 on Instagram and Facebook. Peace out, y'all. Happy New Year.
Do y'all hear that introduction? She's like that. If you heard that, please go follow her. Beautiful African queen, man. She's like that. Much love.
No. What's up? Anybody else got any businesses or anything they need to plug?
Yeah, I'm plugging.
Go ahead.
I don't know know how I'm gonna go behind that introduction.
I'm saying that's the goal, my nigga.
But nah, man, y'all check out my clothing brand, man. www.viceversabrand.com, man. That's some hot new styles coming on the way this year, especially for this month. So we're gonna try to tap into it. Also, I got a podcast too as well. Appreciate you for having me on. Go to YouTube and check out my podcast as well. I'm just one of the 3 co-hosts on Trap City Podcast. Again, the Trap City Podcast channel on YouTube. We on like our 13th episode. We just started, man. This like month number 5 or 6, I want to say. So yeah, we brand new into it. You can follow me on Instagram at January 6_, I believe. I don't really. I'm not on Instagram like that.
Just send it to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty much on Twitter, man.
Yeah.
You gotta follow me on Twitter, man. CEO Vice Versa on Twitter, man. Get at me, bro.
Okay. Hey, look, it's all love. We support black business and support our own, man. Ethan, it's your turn, bro. You know what it is, man.
You already know what it is. I got a building business LLC. We just started, so we started about it early this year. Been doing for a little while. But I would definitely say we are the most affordable in Huntsville. There are people that say they're the best in Huntsville. We are the best in Huntsville. We're the most affordable. So if you're looking for good installations, I'm not just talking about just installing TVs, hiding the wires. We do that. We're talking about anything. Make your home your dream home. Make it the way you want it to be. So we do everything. You can see us on Instagram, the best at installations. Our best at installations this is August, AUGUST, and the installations on Instagram. Our prices start at $80. Just mount your TV, hide your wires, $80. So we do a lot of things. So just call us up. You see us on Instagram, and we give you a quote.
Man, y'all go support all these beautiful black men and black women, and let's make it happen, man.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Hey, so once again, man, this has been the Mental Healing Podcast, man. We got some good content, some dope content for the night, man. Y'all go check out, follow all these people, hit the link, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. We also got some gear coming January. It's January, right?
Yeah. January 1st, my guy.
Hey, bro. Yeah, we're in 2021, boy. Just what? The 5th cut? Yeah.
Jump a whole bottle of rosé, man.
We got plenty of gear January this year, man. Culture Quality Productions, the Mental Healing Podcast, Culture Quality is your brand. Y'all follow that shit. We going up. You know what I mean? So y'all just, hey, keep it in mind. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. We brought in the media in a good way. This has been really, really dope. But this is the Mental Healing Podcast, and we are out.
Peace.
Death is welcome. Rather than to call myself, you spineless black men.
Side I ain't your traditional rapper smoking medicinal. Stayed in detention. Life is